Happy New Year to you. Welcome back to EXTOR Junction, and it's a bright new year, and shortly we'll be following the traffic that's going to be going through the junction at the start of a brand new day, a new year. But all the things that are coming up, well, we've got a busy year ahead of us. Let's see, what have we got? We'll be visiting Canterbury in a couple of weeks' time, and then Tunbridge in February, and then we are exhibiting at Ashford in March, and that's the big anniversary exhibition. It's actually held over 6 different places, and we're in the college by the station, so come and say hi. We are exhibiting at Birchington Model Railway Exhibition at the beginning of May. We've got our brand new layout there, St Churn Road, so that'll be fun. It's a narrow gauge. And then, there's a whole load of things through the year, but we'll keep you updated on that. Okay, what did Father Christmas bring me this year? Well, let's have a look. I do like cardboard boxes, you know. Just about everybody online now seems to be opening cardboard boxes, whether it's Ian Brick or Florrie, you know, they're all opening cardboard boxes online. But let's have a look. Hornby. There we go. There we are. LMS Turbomotive. Isn't that lovely? They are putting them in wonderful boxes now, lovely strong boxes that makes you want to keep the box. I've always kept the boxes for engines, but they are really nice. Okay. Now I know an LMS livered locomotive doesn't suit my railway, or our railway, sorry. The layout is 50s, early 60s, BR Southern Western, but at the same time this is our layout, we're on what we want. Okay. Shouldn't have that attitude, should I? But wouldn't happen on Pendon, you know. Oh yes, it would actually. Years ago, when I was a driver on Dartmoor at Pendon, they had a members night down there, and everybody was invited, obviously, even particularly Roy England, the founder of the museum. And as you may know, Pendon is EM gauge 18.83, and somebody had converted a Hornby HST, and poor old Roy was standing in Dartmoor watching the scene of his beautiful railway, when all of a sudden the HST came over the viaduct. I'm told it was his face was quite a picture. But there you go. So it does happen even in the best of places. Now all I've got to do is figure out how to get this thing open. They're certainly beautifully packed. I mean, yeah, I mean, these are packed. These things are packed to stay in one piece, even on the back of a sleigh behind reindeer. So you can't be backing it. Now, what have we got? Well, amongst that you've got steps to put in, depending on the radius of your railway. There's a front coupling, and you actually get a painted set of crew for it, driver and fireman, which is really nice, and a pair of wheels. Find out what they're for later. Okay, now the exciting bit. Look at that. Isn't that something? I always think that engine looks a little bit strange without valve gear, but of course the valve gear is inside and it's driven by a turbine. Now of course the loco, if I pull it out there, beautiful. Fully fitted cab, glowing firebox of course, but what is unusual this time is the fact that you've got headlamps already fitted, sprung buffers of course, but the headlamps do work, as does the lamp on the rear of the tender, and depending obviously on which way you're going, you get the light. Well, make sure I've got that on. You can decide whether you want the rear light as it is, or whether you want to change over, well, it's going backwards and forwards, and you can turn the lights on and off by actually squeezing, so I'm told, the side of the tender, which I think is very clever. Now I'll tell you the reason why. You may be thinking, yes, but even then, why have you got this on your present day layout? Well, many years ago there used to be a chap who used to live locally by the name of Bob Ballard, and he sold and bought second-hand model railway stuff, and he had this little room top of his stairs absolutely packed, and he became a good friend. And I went up there one day and somebody had converted an LMS loco and turned it into the turbo, and I bought it, and I loved that engine, and for various reasons after several years I had to part with it, and I've always regretted it and always wanted another one. So that's the reason. That one was in LMS livery, so is this one. I don't like it in BR black, but this is beautiful, and I shall be running it on here amongst British Railways, and why not indeed. The sad thing is, of course, I will mention that this locomotive in its British Railways days was to be involved in the terrible Harrow and Wealdstone disaster on the 8th of October 1952, and she finished up on her side, and very sad. This is a copy of the accident report for that. But anyway, the model is not fitted with a chip yet, but what we'll do, we'll run it on DC and see how she moves. Okay, let's try it on. This is just on DC, and of course we'll run her in on DC first. Beautiful, beautiful. Just on a short length of track, and I'll tell you what, the idea of having working headlamps is quite something. I know we're used to lights on models, so smooth. I'm not thinking of fitting sound. What we'll do, the next thing will be to get a chip fitted and then you can see it running on the main layout. We'll put some coaches behind it. But I think you agree, it's a lovely engine. Yes, I know Hornby's prices are starting to get ridiculous, but I went to the model railway shop at the Bure Valley Railway, and you'll see them online. They're in the main railway mags, and instead of 260 odd pounds, they were doing this for 199, and they're doing a whole load of Hornby engines at 199, and they really are worth looking at. And that's a lovely engine, and I'm really pleased with it. And I'll write a personal letter to Father Christmas and thank him. But the one thing I want to do this morning is take you back to the previous video, and I was giving you a tour of the railway room, which unfortunately for some reason we didn't complete. So let's go and finish off the tour of the railway room, going back to just before the goods yard. I hope, I know, well, several people said you loved it, so we'll do that for you. Right, we start at the end of the junction station, and we come round, and you've got the dairy over in the corner there, and you've got the goods yard down in front. Still got a lot of work to be done on it, but it's getting there. And we've got a lift up bridge. There it is. That allows us to go out onto a balcony, and coming under the road bridge, it comes round, and there's halfway halt, and that's on the branch line. Halfway halt, of course, is a takeoff from Upway, and church there. There you can see the church a bit closer, and you've got the main line and the branch line, they follow round. You've got the crossing there, and the back of the Jackdaw pub, and that brings us round to, of course, the still to be finished there. That's what is known as Plethorick School and Plethorick Junction, and that's where it goes off the southern branch, heading down over Plethorick Creek, and down on the western side the branch line comes down past the woodyard. You see there's still a lot of work to be done. Down into the Great Western Branch terminus. There's the branch station at the end. Abbott's Ferry Station. Over the back there you can see Southern Branch, but there we are. That's the Western Station, and its goods shed, loco shed beyond the water column, and all the points and signals for that are operated off these levers, which we find very good actually. I'd love to have these for the entire branch. And number 4 is from the Isle of Man, and a few of the mugs in the collection, and pannier tank, some of the ones we make, and a Western coach letter and a Southern car stop. The duster is actually a signalman's duster from when I was a signalman at Extor Junction many years ago. And some of the hand lamps, different ones, and below it is a model of jackdaw Western engine. And around this side there's a piece of the canopy that came from Midsummer Norton. The single line pouch is actually from Green Park, the junction at Green Park on the Somerset and Dorset. And that just about does it. A few bits and pieces, luggage labels, caps and signal box diagram from Woodensborough Crossing. I used to do overtime there. And just a few of the bits I've collected over the years. Flare lamps, a few trying bits. Right, back to trains. Okay, first train of the day is the branch train round to Abbotsbury. First up train of the morning is the Perishables up from the west, headed for London. Standard 5 on the front. And the first train on the down today is the Western Semi-Fast, and that's got a Grange on the front. The first southern up train of the day is the Semi-Fast, and this morning it's being pulled by Anti-Aircraft Command, Battle of Britain Fast. Pulling in for its stop at EXTOR Junction, where no doubt there are some passengers for either the Western branch or the Southern branch down to Padrickstow. And the Western train pulling in as well for its stop. The branch line locomotive, having run and in the process of running round its train, will push the coaches back into position. Signal comes off on the branch. And away goes the branch train back to the junction station. In runs the branch train into the junction. Western train is now leaving the junction, heading south down for Cornwall and eventually Penzance. Southern train is also leaving. That's heading now for Waterloo, and by the time the firemen have shoveled all that coal and the driver's driven that far, I expect he'll be very glad to get there. Well, that was it. Just the start to the new year. A few trains working early part of the day. Hope you enjoyed that. The next video in a few weeks' time, I want to talk about the thing that bugs a lot of us, the price of engines. I think it's something that needs talking about publicly. And plus we'll be running a lot of trains and a lot of other things. So don't miss that one. Anyway, for now, today on the 1st of a new year, a happy new year from me, and
Happy New Year for me too, the cameraman.
so see you next time. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.